It's time to put the fish back into Fisherman's Wharf.
There's a lot of different factors that have made it harder and harder and harder for our local fleet to make it. This opening of a community fishing association is going to level the playing field for the fishermen. 5 years ago it was a dream, and now we actually have an office, a warehouse, a hoist. The seventh boat gave me a $1,000 check to join yesterday. We got freezers. You can hear the freezers going with bait in them, and we got a couple of forklifts, we got a scale, we got totes that were branded all day yesterday. We had a work crew of our members down here branding and then painting the brands on our crab live tanks and on our bonners. This is how we put the brand on all the totes. We had one of our members, or he's not a member yet, but he's going to be, weld this up for us. This thing weighs 30 pounds. He went a little bit overboard. We're talking about putting an ice machine, a flake ice machine in here that makes probably about, 5,000 pounds of ice a day. That way we can fill these up and put them in the freezer, and then we have ice. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 4 of these together. I'm going to stack them up with the forklift. I got to try and get some of this stuff up back against the wall because I think we're going to unload a crab boat, and I got to be able to have room to get the crab in and out, in through here. That's the whole process here. Is the hoist is out through that roll-up door, and the scale's here, and you offload the boat with the hoist. You weigh the crabs, and they go out the back door here, the other roll-up door, into the back of a semi. When you start a wholesale fish business, which is what this is, the first phase is the wholesale phase, it takes a bit to get up and running, and we had to move some freezers around in here and get the office in and hooked up, and the phone lines hooked up. We're waiting on AT&T to hook the internet up. The other processors down here on 45 have not been what I would call supportive of the fishermen having their own hoist and unloading facility. It's a different kind of competition than they're used to having, but we own the boats, the permits, the gear, and the access to these fish, and we need to own a little bit further up the supply chain for the business model to work, because the old business model isn't working for the fleet anymore. We've tried to assure them that we want to work with them, and several of them have responded very well. Several have not. I think in time that will all work itself out. It's going to be a little more hand adjustment. I'm doing the best I can. Oh, I was trying to put that one on sideways. These guys are starting to get it, that this is a sea change in the way we're perceived here in the business district down at the wharf. We're no longer just fishermen. We now have the ability to unload and market our own fish. We have the ability to tell other buyers that that's not good enough. It gives us a much more equal footing on the docks than we've ever had before. You know, I had this vision about this whole idea 5 years ago, and I'm not sure everybody understood the full implications of what it means to have our own hoist until these last couple of days when we've all been getting together and working on getting the place open. And now we're in here working, and the other fish buyers up and down the dock are kind of walking by the door and looking in and coming down and talking to the guys. And the guys are coming to me, one here and one there, and they're saying, "Hey, Diver Duck, this is a big deal. This is a really big deal." And I'm going, yeah, it is. And they're starting to understand that they can be in charge of their future. These are the bubbler systems we put in here. And basically what happens is these get full of salt water from the bay. These things get plugged into this PVC plumbing over there, right under that "We Must Produce" sign, which blows air like an aerator in an aquarium tank, so that these crabs that are in these tanks can stay alive. Because when they're dead, they're worthless. We sell live crab. We don't sell dead crab. We sell live crab.
It looks like a live crab on your shirt there.
Several live crabs taking over San Francisco, which is what the San Francisco Community Fishing Association is going to do.